Hello, everybody out there. Welcome back to another SMAL Podcast. Here you are going to find us talking about sports, about games, about Pokemon, probably about borders and border crossings today. I think that's where we're going. Oh, the border crossings, yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My name is Luke.
I'm Jesse.
And I'm Dave. Let's get into it.
Yeah, boy.
So, another weekend gone.
Yeah, it's humid today, man.
Hot.
Like, we went to take the dogs for a walk before all of this, and, like, we got to the end of the road. We were like, yeah, we got to turn around. Like, these dogs are hot. So we had to return them and then decided that we wanted to go for another bit of a walk.
You returned your dogs? Where you got them?
To the house.
Oh,
Jesse,
you fool.
he had a couple of hot dogs.
Don't ever say that joke again.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
such a poor joke.
I did go to Costco this weekend, so
Speaking of hot dogs, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, I am
still-
actually I'm like a little tweaky here on this energy drink.
I don't know how.
I don't know
you're
what's
getting,
going
like-
on. Like
You're getting real turnt.
it's okay for those of you who don't know. I don't drink energy drinks except for like Sundays when we do our podcast now, and I'm normally okay. Like the non-sugar ones, they're great. I feel like a little buzzed. I had like half one of these, and I'm just a little tweaky. Like it's kind of crazy. So hopefully, I'm not too wild and exciting on this.
Like it becomes from a long generation of drug users.
Probably. Yeah. Thanks,
That's what you're
Mom.
feeling right now.
Yeah. But hey, that being said, embrace
Your body just
Chin, chin.
reacts to anything. Oh shit! Here
Not a
it comes.
sponsor. Not a sponsor.
But like you guys said, Costco. We haven't talked about this in a long while. Jesse, I still don't think you could eat 10 Costco hot dogs.
You can't.
I know I could. And anyone who wants to take that bet on, we'll open the lines. We'll open everything back up. We'll set a date. We'll set the rules.
He's gonna make a Trilla event of it.
Yeah, exactly. Pay-per-view. So the original on the 10 hot dog thing, just to bring everyone into this really quickly. A while ago, we made a bet that I couldn't eat 10 Costco hot dogs. I also had to keep it down.
And
And
sitting in an
half
hour.
You have to eat it all in an hour, but then keep it down for another hour.
Yes,
right?
exactly. So after I have them all done, I have to half hour.
Half hour?
After I have them all in me, I have to keep them inside me for half hour because any normal person will check those out of their body. If you if you keep those into you for the next day, I feel bad for you for months. Like your body's gonna be rotting.
Okay, I need to explain something on this one too. A big fan of Costco hot dogs. Big fan. And at work sometimes, we used to just have Costco hot dog for lunch. Tanya would head out and grab them, bring them back. One day, I was very hungry at lunch. I ate 3. It was a lot, man.
Sweating like it was a humid day.
And based off that interaction with them, I can confidently say that I know that I could eat 5 in a sitting. I could do 5. I would be very uncomfortable.
It would hurt.
Oh, it would probably come up. I don't know if I could keep it down for half hour. I know I could physically eat 5.
Buns and all. That's the other thing.
Yeah, man.
It has to be
Also-
buns and condiments.
Side note, they now have poppy seeds on their buns.
Okay.
I don't like that.
I mean,
just saying.
I would
I
prefer
didn't know
the
about
plain
that. It's a
bun.
little more weight. Okay, they
Much
may
grains in
go
there.
against the odds a little more.
I know I could confidently do 5. You could do double.
10?
I could do 10, and I'd have to have one of those nice drinks with it, a soft drink.
Well, you technically would have to get 10 drinks.
What
with
I
it,
would
'cause
just
they're
need, I would
stupid
probably
like
need 2.
No, like even on the bet, I would give it to him. I'd say, okay, it's
I'd
10
eat
hot
pop with it.
dogs.
I love pop
10
with it.
hot dogs with buns. And then if you want your ketchup, mustard, whatever condiment's going to help smooth it over for you. And you don't have to drink 10 drinks, but
No,
drink
of
as
course
much as you want.
No, I'm saying Costco's
Yeah.
going to give you
I'm
10
gonna.
cups though.
I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a few pops. So it's waste if you don't.
What's
the
your
pops are gonna
pop
make
of
it
choice in this
worse.
situation?
I know. That's how confident I am.
Are
What?
you going to just rock like classic Pepsi? Or are you going to go root beer,
I'm
iced
gonna
tea?
go Diet Pepsi, DP.
Okay.
But iced tea
DP.
too. I'm like
DP.
the drink for everyone just wondering is gonna be for like it's just for me to enjoy while I eat my 10 hot dogs.
How sexual is that, eh? Jesse just slamming hot dogs in his mouth and putting his DP down his throat.
So I think at
That's
one
great.
point someone was
There's no way he can do 10. There's no
man.
way.
10 is so. If you did it, I'd be so proud of you.
Are you going to, are we allowed? That's the other thing is, are we going to let him be inebriated?
Sure,
have to be.
you have to be.
Because there'd be no way that you could do it without influence.
I'd have to no, like I'm not just saying I can walk into this easily. Like I would have to like the day of, like I'd make sure I ate a lot a couple days prior, get my stomach all stretched out.
He's got this plan down to a science, man.
Oh yeah, he's thought about it.
There's no way my pride would let me lose this. 10 hot dogs, that's the number. Yeah.
Jesse even goes and throws down an 11th just to like throw it in our face.
Right.
But yeah,
That's how he gets himself to get sick after the half an hour. It's been a half an hour. He's not feeling well. Throws an 11th down and then just pukes it all up.
Puts himself over the edge and loses because he can't hold it down.
I told you. This is a bad topic line. Like, because now I want to see him do it.
and we will with the right. I need the right batters. I need obviously.
He
Like,
wants that
He needs some
motivation.
investors.
yeah, I need some investors. I want people to take it on, and I'm willing to pay out everyone if I lose this bet.
What's crazy is
Whoever
that
wants to take it
it
on.
only
That's how
costs
confident.
only costs you $15 to do it.
Yeah, I don't care what the.
And then, no,
I'm
that was the other thing is whoever, like, if we bet him, we got to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
might-
of course.
You guys might provide me the 10.
That's
hot
not a
dogs, cheap
problem.
bastard.
You cheap son of a.
But yeah, I don't know what I forget what the bet I made with you guys. How much was it for?
I think I said like 50 or $100. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't putting big money on it because
Yeah, I bet you $200.
You're that kind of guy.
Okay, yeah,
You'll take my money.
$300
That's
so
who
far.
he is as a human being.
I'm hoping to get a couple more. I
It'd be
definitely need a couple
$8. He's
thousand.
taking it.
Need a couple thousand.
Well, I would obviously, if I'm going to set this up and get it recorded and everyone get
I
in on
suppose,
it, I
with
would
the recording.
definitely need the motivation of a couple $1,000 because that's going to be on internet forever.
You
than
get
eating
$200
hot dogs.
On the
You've
internet
got $200 from me,
forever.
guaranteed.
Yeah, well, I would just do it in front of you guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're gonna do it,
We'll
you might as
see.
well record regardless.
No, you don't want that.
He doesn't want that up on the internets.
You don't want that against you. That's something like that's a show.
Yeah.
I'd want.
That's
pay-per-view on it.
There's got to be production value that goes behind this.
That's like it's like throwing money down the drain, putting that up on the internet.
Which I'm not here to do.
I'm not here to lose money. That's why I'm gonna eat my hot dogs.
That's why I'm gonna eat my hot dogs.
Speaking of hot dogs, Doug Trios pulled a lot of those last night. Pulled a lot
hell
of those
yeah.
last night.
The chilling rain with all the Galarians and the hot dogs with hair. the Doug Trio,
wrap.
Mustard,
man.
bud.
They're crazy,
That's
man.
mustard.
It looks like He-Man hair. That's what I was saying. Like, it's
Massive.
crazy.
So what of the out of the last few boxes that we pulled, Chilling Rain, obviously, and EV Heroes, what are you guys preferring?
Man, I prefer the Eevee Heroes just based on the cards. Like, I want the Evolution cards, but I think the art in the Chilling Rain is really cool. Like, I like a lot of those ones.
Minus
and
full torp.
yeah, yeah, but that even still, like,
I mean, he's a good
Voltor's
topic of
hilarious.
conversation.
Yeah.
It's fitting that he turns into my least favorite Pokemon. So like, that's cool. Did you guys know that Electrode is actually like the fastest Pokemon besides any Uber tiered legendaries?
Really? Why? Because
His base speed is he's the fastest Pokemon.
He just goes first.
Yeah, his speed is like I think it's 135.
Is that why you hate
Base
Voltorb so much, or Electro? Sorry,
No, I just hate him because he's
is that why they called you in high school? Because he was going first. Electro Dave.
yeah. No, I hate Electro because he's like the shittiest rare in the OG cards, but maybe Beedrill, but yeah, no, he's super fast. Like in competitive play, people use him still as a screen setter. So you can use light screen or reflect, and it basically puts up a screen in front of your team for 5 to 8 turns, and it halves physical or special attacks. So he's always going to guarantee to get that shit up. So you can bring in a guy, get set up, and start sweeping. So
You can pop him in and then pop him right out.
Yeah.
In and out. Electrode.
So, anyways, to answer your question, Chilling Rain versus Evolutions, man, that Leafeon was sick.
Yeah, man, they're super cool. The alt arts, like, and that's not even like the big ones. Like, that was the full art, but it's not the alternate art ones where they have like their own scenes. We gotta open more boxes. I need to get some of those, man.
We're still missing a few. We haven't got a Flareon. We haven't got a Jolteon.
Did you not get one?
No, man.
No. Okay.
You and
But I
I
mean, again, we didn't get any of the alternate art.
we've only
ones
pulled a
anyway,
couple
so-
boxes, and you and I have pulled the same things minus Leafeon,
Yeah, yeah,
which is kind of strange, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, it is
yes.
weird.
Weird.
A little bit too weird, you know.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder.
Couple Sylveons, the Umbreon, Vaporeon, Glaceon.
You got
the Umbreon.
full art trainer. I got the Leafeon V
Yeah.
full art. Yeah, so we had some similarities.
Yes.
What's your favorite, Jay?
I haven't pulled the Evolutions yet, but I probably will enjoy them when I get to them. You know, I'm obviously going to talk about what's coming up in the future. I'm excited for the English set of Evolutions, the Evolving Skies. But again, I'm even more excited for the next one after that we'll talk about.
Is
but
it going to be the exact same cards?
no.
No, okay.
Pretty much, though. I think a lot of the same hitters. With the Japanese sets, you don't get the exact same. You
Right.
have like mixtures of kind of in and out of stuff. Some might be a promo in the Japanese set. This
Like if you think about the Shiny V that we opened and the Shining Fates, they had a lot of similarities, but not all the same cards. A lot of the big hitters are going to be the same. So I'd imagine in Evolving Skies, you're going to see a lot of, well, all of those Eevees, but they're going to have like, they got to have the Rayquaza in there. Like that's kind of what it's all based around, is the Roaring Skies and Rayquaza. So they're going to have a few of those different characters that you wouldn't have seen in the Eevee Heroes, because the Eevee Heroes box is straight up built around the Eeveelutions.
Right.
Whereas the Evolving Skies is going to take that and adapt it with probably the Roaring Skies that they had already. So
Is it going to be like a normal 10 cards per pack?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I hated having to cut those packs open. That's stressful.
It is, man. I remember doing that for yours.
I'd rather sit there and fumble with my all thumbs on a regular pack for 8 minutes than have to chop those up again because I was nervous.
But like, you have to with those because there's only 5 cards. Like the typical way that you would open it by like taking the cards in the pack and pulling through. With 5, you don't have the same strength. You'll bend them.
Yeah,
maybe I could probably.
I mean, you probably could,
I
but
could probably open them.
it'd be. I don't know.
Jesse
it'd
is
be a
pretty
little
strong.
hard.
I'll try to open them without bending them. This is how you open them, man.
Yeah, but it was just as easy to cut it, and that's what everybody else does.
Okay, we're
everybody
like
else
everyone else. So, but what I really wanted to get into on Pokemon was what's coming after Evolving Skies. The celebration times. Come on, I'm gonna open my phone right now to go through them. I know what the gist of it is, but obviously, the big
I mean, like the 25th anniversary celebrations. The celebrations bringing back the generations.
Wow, Luke.
That's what they actually did.
You really brought your game to another elevation.
Okay.
There's just so much
I'm
to
going to
this
switch
set
the
too.
camera away from you for a little while.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So many big things with it. I mean, like obviously the Pikachu boxes that are going with it. I mean, like there's the VMAX Pikachu box I've seen, and then there's the big premium one that comes with the gold OG cards inside of it. But that's going to be like the Hidden Fates Ultra Premium kit, something similar to that, but a little more probably designed towards the 25th. But there's the E2 ETB styles that I've seen as well. I've seen the fall tin case, which is the lunch pail.
Yeah.
But really, there's the
opening that one.
Oh, for sure. There's the Charizard. GX or not GX box, but there's Charizard box, and there's the Pikachu regular box. And I think there's
They've got
is there a legendary dog box too? I'm not maybe it's
don't know if I've
Arceus.
seen
No,
that
I don't know who it was. I think I seen a dog, or I'll have to look after it on one of it. But there's not gonna be any booster box from what I see, so it's gonna be close to what a
specialty boxes, ETBs, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then they have the big stuff. The big hitters is gonna be the OG Charizard again. They're gonna reprint.
They're bringing back a bevy of everything. Like they're going to bring back some of the Delta species. They're going to bring back some of the Gold Stars, the EX cards, like the old school Charizard, old school Venusaur.
Let's go.
They're going big.
I see in the generations, generation ones like the complete holographic crystal, Charizard and Venusaur.
Yeah,
I've seen some of those. Those like shiny.
Yeah,
like
because those are the ones that they've released from the Japanese sets, right?
Yeah.
Because the Japanese sets obviously come out a little bit sooner, so I think some of the Japanese sets, like they had like full yellow boxes, like everything was going to be Pikachu. I think.
Oh yeah.
From some of the things that I've seen, it might have just been like a specialty
That's
box
for
or
the
something.
people.
But
I'm probably gonna
it's crazy.
Fans are gonna love that.
stay clear. I'm gonna maybe get one special thing from them, but I'll probably just stick towards the English set on this one.
Yeah, just because I mean, if you're going to be comparable to collection and resale value and all that kind of stuff from the exact same base set Charizard in your Japanese versus your English, the same as it has been since the old school ones, the English is always going to be a little bit higher priority. So,
not for quality.
And personally for us, it'll be just a little bit better for us for our collection. But yeah, you're right. I mean, Japanese always has a better quality card.
But
Different style of actual.
There's just so
cards
much to
too,
collect
so.
with this English set, and like I really want to dip into it and see. And I mean, if I have to, I'll probably end up buying a few cards just because there's no way we'll be able to rip what I want. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Wallets are going to be hurting.
So on the topic of Pokemon, still, I got to see today. Actually, this morning I watched a little bit of YouTube with the lady here.
Who's that?
Sheena. We watched some genuine playthrough of like gameplay of the Pokemon Unite.
Oh, nice.
And it looks really well polished. It looks fun.
Is this the Switch version?
I think he was playing on
Mobile?
He actually didn't say, But he's from, so his name is Hiro Voltzi. It's the guy I watched that does a lot of playthroughs for Pokemon and stuff too. He usually does stuff on the PC, so I don't know what he was doing on it, but it didn't look like Switch. So it might have been mobile, but I'm not 100% certain. But he was playing as Greninja, so it was really cool. He started off as Froakie, then he evolved into Frogadier as he was getting along, and then he turned into Greninja, and he was slapping. Like, he was just kicking ass, and it was awesome. He was playing, like, they were playing with a Talonflame and Snorlax and a Slowbro, and like they all have their own cool abilities and stuff. I thought it was going to be they all almost do the exact same thing, but every Pokemon is totally different. Like, he has like a single straight attack for his water shurikens, and it shoots like 4 or 5 of them in a straight line. But like, he was playing against a Venusaur, and Venusaur throws out I'm assuming Sludge Bomb, and a big puddle lands, and it makes it all poison in an area. So if you go onto it, like, you can't do anything, whatever. So it's going to be very, like, super intricate, and it's a game that I'm going to jump into for certain. And by for certain, I mean certain.
Shorten.
And Sheena was even like, I think I'm going to play that with you. Like,
yeah, I played a bit of the beta on mobile. It was pretty cool. I've never really played a ton of those style of games, so I'm not like very good at it. I don't really know what to do, but like, it was pretty fun. Like, I liked the whole arena style of it. Again, there was only one arena and the very limited beta style of the game, but like, it was pretty cool. And again, it looks like it's really well done.
Yeah, it's very well polished now too.
Yeah,
it looked very, very good.
Like, when they come out with the version on the Switch, I imagine that's going to be huge.
Yeah,
it'd have to be.
I wonder. Maybe the information's out there. I don't know if it's cross-platform.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, from what I understood, was they were playing the Switch beta in Japan, like, since Nintendo or Pokemon did their release of, like, when this was all coming out, and then it's going to be released on the Switch first, and then
next month, right?
Yeah, and then full time on mobile. I think
September,
I think, and I think the idea of it is it's supposed to be cross-platform.
Yeah, I think if I remember back to like the original, like them, the announcement of it, I remember them, like, some were on their phone, some were on the Switch at the same time. So I'm assuming it's going to be crossplay, which is sweet.
Yeah, I just don't think it would be on the PC though.
Yeah, it could come to Steam or something like that. You never know. I know they would, man. If Nintendo is as smart as I know they are, they will definitely have a way to do it on the computer. That'd be cool. There's way too much of a market to not touch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because someone like myself who's played League of Legends with a very toxic relationship with it for I don't know 10 years now. Holy shit, 10 years? Probably
more than that, man.
No,
back in university days.
Yeah, probably 2009. Yeah,
12
years, man. That's disgusting.
10 plus 2.
Yeah. So someone who's going into it with the knowledge and the the expertise of how to play a MOBA like that, I think that'll be super awesome. It'll just be really cool to like get to play as Pokemon, which I love and endear my heart.
Kind of crossing both of the things you love.
I just hope the community doesn't become toxic and disgusting like League of Legends is. So.
I mean, hey, gamers are shitty people.
The internet is a weird place. No, we are. No, we suck. Yeah.
we are like a part of it.
I am.
That sounds like a fun.
Like, listen, I know me.
Pokemon and computers, that's a good connection for you.
Oh, yeah.
If you wear a dress while you're doing it, you'd be in bliss. All 3 of your favorite things.
I will.
We'll never be able to pry him away from it, man. Like,
I won't be here.
He'll just be live broadcasting 24/7, just
wig on, looking like Doug Trio.
He-Man Dave.
What other games you excited to play coming out soon? Or what are you playing?
Well, right now, so I think the next game I want to play through, and you guys may see a version of it out down the road, is Ori and the Blind Forest. So as we've mentioned on podcasts in the past, Hollow Knight is like just one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm still waiting for Silk Song to come out because that will blow my mind when it does. Up until this point, I had never played Ori and the Blind Forest. I never watched any gameplay. I heard it was a good game. It's won crazy awards because it came out in like 2016. It was fairly old. And then they have a second one now. So I randomly downloaded the second one via Xbox's Game Pass. I started dinking around on it, and I was like, this is like as beautiful as Hollow Knight, and it's very similar in terms of the gameplay. So I'm going to go back. I stopped playing that one for now because I was like, if I'm going to play this, I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to do the first one. It's an awesome platformer, Metroidvania style game where you learn abilities, upgrade your different skills, take on baddies, and explore. So that I think is going to be one of my next playthroughs.
What are baddies? Like bad people?
Yeah, just like random creatures and bad guys.
Plays in his jam
Villains.
Yeah.
Save him from the baddies.
The baddies.
Save from the baddies. Yeah, so that's There's not a whole lot going on in the game world right now, but those.
I mean, they got through all of E3, and I mean, we've done lots of chit chatting about that. I think
Mario Golf's out.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta play.
I've seen some bad reviews, but I want to play. I want to play it still. I don't
Same.
care.
That's exactly what I was saying. Is like the reviews are coming in a little weird, but like, yeah, I know I'm gonna want to play it.
I'm pretty sure the first one was
regardless.
awful. Like when I played it, probably a lot of flaws that I hated.
And then it became a classic,
A staple, yeah. So the reviews that we're seeing online is that the gameplay, there's not enough of it. There is a lack of courses. There is a lack of a skill cap.
Perfect. This game is basically made just for people to hang around and have fun with.
Yeah.
It's not a story
Yeah.
game. You're
That's
gonna
what I'm
invest your
saying,
life
though,
into.
like-
Yeah. It's not like you're playing like NBA 2K and you need like a dynasty mode or something like that.
Right.
Like it's Mario Golf. You're getting a bunch of people together and playing.
Maybe a
and having
short
fun.
story to unlock the characters. That's all you need done.
Yeah. And like the
Yeah.
rush
It doesn't
mode
have to be big.
Like if we all jump on and we're having a few beers and playing Mario Golf, like that's what it's there for, man. It's there
Yeah.
for friends, family, buddies to just go in and just dink around.
Yeah.
And like the rush mode looks hilarious. Like if you're about to take your shot, I get a chance to like run into you and knock you off your shot, and we're on a timer. Like that's gonna be hilarious. Like we'll all pick on Jesse or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Immediately got
no,
pinned.
I mean that's cool though.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
It'll like it's gonna be fun, man. Like it's definitely gonna be. And
must
again,
regard the
if you
whole-
go in with those limited expectations, like I'm not gonna go in and play that game and just play through a whole story of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. That's not what I'm playing the game for.
Yeah, and I think there's online
Yeah.
play. I think there's online play with it too.
I mean, yeah.
So you
that
just
makes
jump
sense.
on and play against people randomly.
Yeah,
which is fun.
that'd be good.
So I think probably this week.
It's,
I might be
so
lying.
like it's
out.
out. It's out.
It
now.
came out on
Yeah.
Friday.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll look
I'll
into
have to get
purchasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. A little more
Do you have
yawns.
it? Do you have a Switch?
I do have a Switch.
Mhm.
I've been trying to sell it, but I still have it.
Okay.
Well, because I want the Switch Pro, but if it's not going to come out,
Yeah, I mean it's.
I thought the Switch Pro isn't coming out
I think they're going to be launching it with Zelda.
in the fall.
Well, we don't know when.
Well,
no.
Zelda won't be.
Zelda's
in the
out in
fall. Zelda will be
2022,
next year.
and it could be January. It could be December. We don't
Yeah.
know, right?
No,
Who
December's in
knows?
2021.
No, I mean
Next December.
the
you
launch of the
silly.
game is
I get it.
2022,
I get
but they didn't say what month or what
being
season.
funny.
Yeah, he's been. Like,
Yeah.
a little
Being
fast.
fun.
Ah.
So that being said, Nintendo's pretty known for their big game releases. Usually come out in November for Christmas.
And that's exactly what I was
That's a
saying.
long wait.
That's what I was thinking is like if we're looking at this year, if they do like a fall direct or something like that, that could be when they do say this is coming. Whether it comes out for Christmas or not, I don't know. But that's Nintendo always seems to do everything just before Christmas. They know when the kiddies want their goods.
Yeah,
Kitties, baddies.
the baddies. This energy drink's got me. I'm like, I'm
Are
like-
you feeling like the
I think
most
if you go back and you look at this video, I think I've winked like 6 times already. Like that's
winking
problem.
to people?
Like on purpose. So I'm like, wow, I gotta stop winking. I gotta stop winking. Yeah.
Too bad you couldn't take this into like a professional sport. I was about to say that and use it to your advantage. Like, what would you? Okay, so what sport would this benefit you at the way you feel right now? Poker.
Darts. Darts. Bowling. No, I don't know.
Gaming probably.
No.
No, I don't know. It could give it a try. I don't know. What sport would it make me feel good at, or I would do better at?
Being jittery.
Soccer, maybe.
Soccer, fair. You probably burn some energy.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
moving, running, getting crazy.
This is just how I get through the day.
Yeah.
Really, eh?
I got to take a nap after this.
I have to go home and like I have to mow the lawn and do laundry.
That's like Ryan, man. Ryan Pittman drinks coffee and then goes to bed.
how?
I don't know.
Well,
He's a weird
coffee
dude.
doesn't really normally get me going. Like I like the taste of it, and it's just kind of part of a morning routine normally now.
Then how? I don't
I don't know what's going on with this thing. Not a sponsor. Should be.
Not a sponsor. Speaking of sports, there is so much happening with the blow up of the playoffs right now.
5 things happening at least.
5 things at least. So I mean, Dave over there in his glory. I'm gonna give him the screen. There he is.
He won a pack battle
Dave.
last night. Oh, sports, sorry.
And we're in it.
Yeah, the Canadians.
We made it
Game
to the
7.
ship.
Man,
Tomorrow night.
again.
Game 1 tomorrow night.
I'm a Leafs fan. I at all times cheer against Montreal Canadiens. I'm also not necessarily cheering for them, but I'm just super impressed.
Who like? Unless you're actually a Lightning fan, like does anyone actually like the Lightning?
Yeah, I mean you respect them. Maybe not this year with the whole cap drama, but like, I mean the Lightning deserve to be there. They're a very good team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean again, pending the whole Kucherov of it all, they definitely would be a team that you would expect to go to the finals. And they have
be a
been,
repeat, right? Like,
yeah, they have been going to the finals for the
how
last
crazy is
little while,
that, though? You have the defending champs versus the 18th seed
the
Montreal
lowest
Canadiens.
possible playoff seed.
I was like,
I say it, they're both Eastern teams.
I know, right? It's crazy too.
Canadians won the Western Conference. That's so weird.
Strange.
That's so strange. That does make the season feel a little weird.
Man,
I didn't pick up on that at all.
Goal Caulfield, man.
Goal Caulfield.
Yeah.
He's been killing it, man.
Or Cole Cauliflower, people are calling him too.
Cauliflower.
Yeah.
Why?
Nah, just because
That's so weird.
he's so young. He hasn't even had his first real rookie season.
Yeah.
That's
Because, like,
nuts.
how many
Hasn't even
games
had
did
his
he play
period
this
yet.
year?
He hasn't even had his period. He actually hasn't even gone through puberty yet.
How many games did he play this year? Like, you have to play a certain amount to
6,
have a rookie
yeah.
season, and he didn't have a rookie season.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5.
He never had a rookie season.
No,
this year?
they only called him up like toward the end.
And they sat him a couple games during the Leafs matchup too.
Yeah,
And now he's just like, hey, I'm really good at hockey.
I'm here.
Have you guys seen me scoring goals that matter a lot?
I
Like big time goals.
I seen Toffoli like in a interview or whatever. He was talking about talking to reporters about the game, and it's like before Game 7 or something like that. And Tyler Toffoli's like, yeah, like we're all like getting up trying to have our first coffee and looking over at Cole, and he's just bouncing off the walls
like me on this freaking
yeah,
monster.
yeah,
eh?
Dave on an energy drink, like he just yeah, woo, like
It's crazy. You
just
got-
young man, like
You got Shea Weber and Carey Price, and then like guys like Cole and Suzuki and shit.
Suzuki, yeah.
How crazy is that? Like Suzuki was drafted 13th overall by the Knights, 13th, 14th,
He was
something like
drafted,
that.
drafted by the Knights.
And then 4 years exactly later, he's knocking him out of the playoffs.
Yep.
That's so cool.
He was part of that
Pacioretty
Pacioretty
trade,
trade.
yeah. Which I think that worked out. That was a great trade for both teams,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Man, it's actually crazy to see Montreal doing what they're doing, and they actually have a bright future ahead of them.
How much do you think?
Minus the Carey Price thing, sooner than later, who knows? Like,
How much do you think this really has to do with coaching? Because in my mind, I think the Canadians are doing so well based on the coaching this year.
That's a lot of it. Yeah.
Because like their strategies and like their defensive plays and man, their penalty kills is fucking disgusting. Like that's crazy. In Game 7, they were 100% on the PK. Like
Could they just be not playing good hockey?
obviously, but I think based around like
How would you say
the younger
coaching
guys.
if a team barely squeaks in?
But it's I mean
playoff
coaching in the
coaching?
playoffs, yeah, like playoff coaching, like having the younger guys playing and like really getting them amped up and getting them playing well, getting them playing good defensive strategies. Because I feel like they're winning and they're scoring a lot more from their defensive play,
But
like the
Montreal-
shorthanded goals, man. That's
Crazy.
it right there. That's half the story. Nobody scored shorthanded goals, let alone like the amount of times they have this whole playoffs.
Yeah. I've watched every game in the playoffs so far. But when I knew, like, in my head, I was going like, I really want the Lightning. I want the Lightning. I don't want to see the Islanders. I don't want to see them like the Islanders are kind of like the same idea as Montreal. They're heart and grit, and they're a muddy team that just can get under your skin. Whereas the Lightning are more finesse. But when I watched Stone turn over the puck on a shorthanded opportunity, and Corey Perry went back, a beautiful no-look back pass for a goal, and I saw Mark Stone, the captain of the Knights, get off the ice, go to his bench, and slam his stick in front of all of his teammates. I was like, that's it, man. They're done. And Montreal can take on any team going forward. Like, I don't care who they play. We're the underdogs. They have no pressure. Just get it done. It's awesome.
So I had this similar conversation with a couple guys at work because of having this conversation with you saying like, yeah, I probably want to take on the Lightning. Like, the Islanders are a gritty team. And then after I had that conversation with a couple guys at work, the Lightning scored 8-0 against the Islanders. And I was like, whew, that'll
But
take
then
the
they
wind out of
only
your
win
sails.
1-0 in Game 7,
I know,
too, right?
I know. They've been up and down, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I don't know how the Lightning are going to be, man. They can score 8 goals on you, and then they can completely shut down.
It's Carey Price, though, man.
But Vasilevsky's good too.
He is very good. Yeah, but so were all the goalies that were in net against the Habs, too. And they're averaging 3 goals a game.
Yeah.
Well, that's Marc-Andre Fleury was until they put like Robert Lehner in. And who's Toronto's goalie? Anderson.
No, they played Jack Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell, yeah.
Campbell. Okay.
Again, a good goalie.
Good, yeah, but
Not
like,
the best. Good.
He's going up. They're going up an elite goaltender right now.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury was arguably.
They also
and he
took
is
out Hellebuck, man.
not elite. Okay, we're talking about like elite goaltenders. I think this would be the first person they challenge. That's someone like Carey
I would
Price.
agree.
Yeah. Oh, Vasilevsky's definitely
He's
the best
on the
goalie.
same. He's on the same tier as
I think
Price.
Fleury's up there too. Though.
Oh, he is, but he's he obviously didn't handle it as well.
And defensively, I would say the Golden Knights are better than the Lightning.
I'd probably say that too. But offensively and goalie-wise,
See, I think with the Lightning, it's their defense
Yeah,
plays great
top,
offense.
Their top line is disgusting, but
like
then
when you got Sergachev and Hedman
Yeah.
heading up the ice as much as William or as much as Eric Carlson used to, like those guys are really offensive minded defensemen,
Hedman's a
and they're
monster.
big boys. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a big series. That's exciting.
it's just it's so fun to see them doing it, man. Like you got guys like Philip Deneau, you got Anderson, Caulfield, Suzuki, like Kotkaniemi, like
Many
they
guys
are-
that you don't know.
Yeah. I love that he brings pizza after every game too. Like it's nuts. But yeah, there's that. So that's hockey in a nutshell today. Because game 1 tomorrow night, I'm excited. And the best part about it, 8:00 instead of 10:00.
Yeah.
I don't have to go past my bedtime to watch the game.
We're not going that far west. That's not really west anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
yeah. And then basketball, yeah, they're winding down too. They're getting close to having the finals set up. Got Mr. Ice Cold Trae Young and the Hawks versus the Bucks. I think that series is tied up now. Somebody wants to double check.
I'll pull it up for us.
It's either 3-1 or 2-2. I kind of forget. But I mean, man, Trae Young has been killing it with them. He had one play during the game when he shook somebody off. It's 1-1. Okay, they're still early on.
They play tonight. 9:30.
He shook somebody off. He was out at the 3-point line by himself for like 5-10 seconds. He did a little shimmy and then hit the 3 because there was nobody coming at him. So he was just like shaking in their face. Giannis in the next timeout or something like that, he had all the boys sat down during a timeout and he was like, what the hell? Like you could see him mouth and then he goes like this and does a shimmy. He's like, man, how are we letting him do that? Like he was getting under their skin, but then the Bucks came back and beat them by like 34 points on the next game. So could be the Bucks should take it, I think, but I don't know, man. Trae Young's just doing it.
It's a weird year for sports, man.
Yeah, it is. And this is not a Final Four in basketball you would think would be happening. Not after the last number of years.
Well, who the other two?
So then on the West, you have the Clippers and the Suns.
Suns are a stupid kid right now, man.
Yeah, and again, like
They're 1 series right now.
they're a well-built team, and they're dominating. Like the Clippers had one game. Now, again, everybody's going to say, well, Kawhi's out. Since they won their Game 7, Kawhi hasn't played in the finals yet, and he's been out indefinitely because he screwed up his knee. So,
He's always got
you know,
something,
if you bring back one of the best players in the league, does that make it very different? One would think yes, but I don't know. Chris Paul was out for a few games too.
I was going to say, like, he was out with COVID, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
COVID protocol.
Yeah. So it's,
He,
I don't know,
he
man.
came
It's,
back
it's a
game
weird
3.
year for sports.
It is, man.
Like, if you think about it, like the Final Four this year, it's not LA, it's not Cleveland, it's not Miami, it's not the Golden State Warriors, it's not those teams that have been there, it's not the Celtics, like those teams that have been there for the last 12, 14 years.
Yeah.
They're not there, man. It's anyone's ball game.
Yeah, I loved those stats going into it after the Lakers lost. This is going to be the first NBA Finals without Miami or LeBron or Golden State. It's in like 13, 14 years. It's crazy.
I'm a big fan of sports happening this time of the year.
Yeah,
Because normally
yeah.
it's like what are we doing? Like we're just
You get into, like, the very
Tom Brady
early
said something.
June,
It's like that's the scoop. Like
That's baseball, but
Yeah.
it's not as interesting, I guess, for us as much.
right.
But
You like baseball.
I enjoy baseball. I don't follow it as much as I used to, but I enjoy the actual sport of baseball. But
Like if you had a sport to play, you'd play baseball.
I would, yeah, for sure.
That was always your history, was you played baseball.
The Jays are doing good this year.
Yeah,
Yeah, Vladdy, man.
He's so crazy.
Last night had homer number 26. Like that
He's
kid
leading
is
the league.
young too. If he's not first, he's right there. Like he's battling back and forth with a couple of guys.
I remember the other day I was talking to Sheena about it because she loves watching the Jays, and I pulled up like just on the score app and like the league leaders, like he's almost in every category.
Yeah. Well, like RBIs and all that kind of thing.
He's
too.
Nate McKinnon.
He's killing it, man.
Big fights coming up though, not just UFC, but when's Tyson Fury fight?
That's
24th.
at the 24th, the end of the month.
It's gonna be good.
McGregor's this weekend.
Well,
McGregor Poirier.
yeah,
This coming weekend.
This coming weekend.
We're now at the end of our weekend.
That's true. That's actually a good card to get Wonderboy Thompson fighting as well.
Yeah, and we're going to be on a bachelor party weekend
So we're gonna figure
for a buddy.
We'll have to
You're
figure it out.
you're not crossing the border to Nova Scotia, are you?
Nope, no borders.
No border crossing.
We're
That's
only going to
crazy, eh?
Moncton.
How crazy is that? Hey, we're gonna have people going to Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, no problem. And they're like, well, no. And then that MLA lady, Karen.
Oh man,
She
it's just
lost
the
her job?
premiers. The premiers
She
are battling
got
back
fired.
and forth, man.
But she did a good job. She served the purpose.
She got her point across. She was.
People are gonna
I
like
don't know
her.
if she understands what blackmail is or what a threat is, but she definitely did it. She threatened, and she was like, "We're coming for you, you dummy. We're gonna shut down the highway. You should not be promoting that. It's not a good idea."
Yeah,
But it worked,
You're
man.
allowed to peacefully protest. So
that whole like border crossing. So, well, actually, for everybody out there who's not part of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, if you guys hadn't heard, we have always had the Atlantic bubble since last year and COVID and all that kind of thing, meaning that Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, PEI, and Newfoundland all travel freely between the provinces with no restrictions. We were finally getting back to having that bubble built back in, so that we could again travel freely, see family, go and do stuff. But New Brunswick, when they changed their guidelines, they were changing it so that we could actually open up to the rest of Canada as well. Now, again, opening up to the other provinces did have certain restrictions. You had to have a certain level of vaccines. You may have to isolate for a shorter amount of time, not 14 days. But because New Brunswick made that decision, as the bubble was opening up, Nova Scotia decided to say, well, because you guys have opened up to the rest of Canada, we're going to take a step back and make you guys hang out for a little bit on your own. Anybody who's traveling from New Brunswick or from Nova Scotia to New Brunswick and back is going to have to isolate under certain restrictions and all that kind of stuff as well. So that was big drama around here.
That was huge.
For us, that's big drama.
Oh man, people haven't seen their families in a year and a half.
I had literally had a plan to have my family come up that weekend. Like
Yep.
the day that Nova Scotia made that announcement was the day that the bubble was supposed to open up through all provinces, which then the next day my parents were going to come up. And I haven't seen my family in like 7 months since we were last allowed to be able to travel between provinces. That was a pretty big deal. And then that happened and my parents were like, well, I mean, my mom still works. So like if they were to have to go back home and isolate for 7 days, they can't rely on everybody else to do stuff for them and can't, not
7
be able
days
to
or
do
14?
work. And well, it's going to be 7 days because they have one vaccine. They still hadn't gotten their second vaccine yet. So with one vaccine, the rule was even if you traveled to New Brunswick, you wouldn't have to isolate or do anything here because we're good with it. But if they went back home, they would have to isolate for at least 7 days and turn in 2 negative tests. So they'd have to get tested probably within a day or two of being home, and then on day 5 and 6 as well, and get both negative before they'd be allowed to be free.
Just crazy, eh?
It's crazy. And then because of Karen and the blockages and all that kind of stuff, they made it that June 30th is going to
Wednesday?
be free and
Wednesday.
clear. Yeah, this coming Wednesday. So that'll be overdue. They wasted a week for all that.
yeah, Luke says he hasn't seen his parents, but like I could just picture him driving to the border of New Brunswick, him and his mom tossing love notes. Mama.
Yeah, she knows this close to buying a ticket to Newfoundland
Yeah.
because she hasn't seen her family. We
Well,
haven't
they're
seen her-
good. Newfoundland and New Brunswick are fine.
They're good now.
Oh, they were
It was
good.
just Nova Scotia that was doing the crazy
just
shit.
Nova Scotia, because that's like I was watching some of the news releases that they were doing and like all the interviews and stuff, and they would do their COVID update and then they open it up to all the news sources asking their questions. And so he had said like the Premier Rankin in Nova Scotia had said that this is what was happening, and she goes, there's a one of the newscaster goes, so my question is, you're opening up to PEI and Newfoundland. What if people just decide to go to PEI and take the ferry into Nova Scotia? Like, what are you going to do about the loopholes? He goes, well, I hope people don't go looking for loopholes. Like, that was it.
What
Like,
a genuine answer too, though, eh? I mean, now that you brought that up, I really hadn't thought about it, so please don't.
that was his answer. Like, I hope they don't go looking for loopholes, and all that we can do is protect the New Brunswick border safely, and that's where we've got our security. Like, that's the stupidest answer, and that just makes that your rule look stupid now because there's so many ways around it.
Well, you just have to go on the ferry crossing to have a PEI license or a Nova Scotia license. Like obviously, duh.
No, but they weren't putting security at the ferries. That's what he's saying. They're only doing security at the border of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia on land.
But it's all done. It's all done now, though.
And you can even go around the Tidnish area, which is a whole other aspect of the same border that they're just not patrolling.
Let's
As of Wednesday,
let's
we're
go
good.
now.
Yeah, but we could. But anyway, but yeah, as of Wednesday, we're gonna be good to go. So then the Atlantic bubble will open back up, and we'll be able to all have friends and family again.
And you guys have a nice bachelor party to attend.
Yeah.
To watch some fights.
A BP.
I'm sure you'll be nice and sober and respectful.
The big issue for us though is there's no Wi-Fi there.
How's the service there?
How are you going to watch the game?
Because I'm on a hotspot. My phone.
Oh, we're definitely gonna hotspot for sure.
Oh, a lot of data.
Who cares?
Yeah,
20
it
gigs
is
a
what
month.
it is. I've got like
22
20
a month?
I got
20
20
gigs a month.
gigs.
Oh, 20 gigs. Well,
Yeah, me too.
We'll split it back. We'll see who has less when we do it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, the old flip flop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it, but we'll see.
Jay, I'm at 18.
I don't think
Just before the big fight, switch it over to somebody else's.
even if you streamed all night, it'd be like what, a couple gigs max?
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
Maybe.
And I mean, we'll probably just make sure that we can watch the first, like the big ones. We won't do any of the prelim fights. Or
Yeah, the biggest thing is going to be service. Like, if we don't have service there, we're going to immediately go buy a booster somewhere.
Or
Gotta get it to happen.
Yeah.
would you guys be in town at that point by any chance?
I don't
No.
think so. It'd be too
Moncton's
late.
like 45 minutes away. Like it's in a little.
Yeah, it's out in the
little
middle.
bit
It's out in the boonies.
subsection there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there's no service, it's obviously out in the boonies.
No, there. I don't know. I don't remember, man.
I don't either.
The last time we were there was for another friend's bachelor party, and I was the best man, so I was wrote off.
No, you were good.
I did all right.
You're
Yeah,
a good boy.
I was all right.
No, you weren't.
Everyone's a good boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's a good boy. That's
Speaking
that's
of UFC, we're going to rip into some cards hopefully after this. Maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah.
That we're excited about. We'll post some stuff that's pictures.
Probably won't do a big video of it or anything, but
For
like,
us.
this is something that we wanted to collect and have for ourselves, and probably throw something up in the old tiki-taki.
Which, if you haven't seen, check it out. Small with one L.
SMAL.
Medea.
Medea, small media. Yeah, I think that's probably good for us, guys. Let's wrap it up. Let's put a cap on it. So, everybody out there, thank you again for tuning in. We always appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the rest of our content. We've got a new Hollow Hunters episode out. We're going to be getting some more of the gaming out as well. So please be sure to check out all of our content: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
Hit the notification bell.
Notifications, y'all.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
And we are out of here.